I want to give you the chance to get to know yourself on a deeper level and make some serious changes on personal growth if you want to. So grab a journal and pen because we're about to dive into the shadows and see what we find. Hi there, my name is Daniela. I am a licensed therapist and I make videos about therapy, mental health, personal improvement, pregnancy, and honestly, whatever is going on in my life that I find valuable to share with you all. Today, I want to open up about something that I've been working on for so many years, and that is about my knowledge and work in shadow work. I am so desperate to share some of this information with you guys because I think it can really change lives. I want to create a full series on shadow work, so if you want to be up to date with those videos, please subscribe to my channel. I'm also trying to get to 10,000 followers before my birthday in February, so I would appreciate if you could just click the button and give me a like so the algorithm helps promote these videos more. Today's episode is going to be on exploring your shadow. But for the sake of this video, I want to explain that what we want to do is dive into unconscious parts of yourself that you may be hiding or rejecting or avoiding. And we want to put that on paper so we can identify what your shadow is made of. So let's get started. What is the shadow? You have to know that Carl Jung was one of the first people on earth to refer to the shadow. So let's see what he has to say about the definition. According to Jung, the shadow is a part of the unconscious mind that includes those thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that are outside of our conscious awareness. He also believed that the shadow is an important source of personal growth and that by exploring and working with the shadow, individuals can gain a greater understanding of themselves and make positive changes in their lives. I also want to give you a definition by a book that you should read if you're interested in shadow work. I'm going to put the link to the book down below. Peter Vail said that the shadow is the unconscious aspect of the self that contains the repressed thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that we don't want to acknowledge or deal with. That's the important part here. Shadow work is a psychological process of exploring and integrating, so becoming one, with the unconscious aspects of yourself. Now, how to do it? How to access the unconscious? Don't worry, there are ways on how to do it. Most people that know about shadow work know about shadow work journal prompts, which are great. They're amazing. They're really effective in helping you dig into those really in-depth parts of you and, stimulating your brain to think with more insightfulness and deeper reflections, etc. However, there's so much more to explore. I work with creative expressions such as art, creative writing, visualizations, dialogues, inner child work, inner critic work, ego work, mining the golden shadow, meditations, and yeah, I think that's it. That's a really good list, right? You can also do this work with the guidance of a therapist. As I have already mentioned in the beginning, I am a therapist and I work with clients with different mental health struggles or life problems, and shadow work has been a great tool to help my clients grow and see actual transformations of the self. And I want to say really quickly, please don't hesitate to send me an email. My email address is danielamarin@healing-right.com so we can assess your situation, see what's going on, and even book a free 15-minute consultation call so you can see if we can work together or if there's anything I can do to help you. I'm happy to help. But yeah, I am also recommending a therapist because at the end of the day, all of these techniques are theory-based. They're evidence-based. They're not things that any, hippie in the woods came up with. No, this is all based in Jungian therapy, but it's really interesting. It's going to force you to do something that we are losing in our society these days, and that is to think critically, think abstractly. It's going to put your creative flow to work. Okay, but what is the purpose of using all of those techniques I mentioned, like dance and creative writing and reflections and dialogues? Dialogues with who? Well, the idea is that everyone in this world has a shadow. The shadow lives in our collective unconscious, meaning that universally everyone has a shadow, and there are different components to the shadow or the psyche, which is another term that comes from Carl Jung. And in exploring the psyche, so your conscious mind and your unconscious mind in the shadow, you also come up with other characters or other aspects of your personality and who you are. So the idea is that those techniques that I mentioned before are going to help you target with these parts of the psyche. You're going to be able to undress them, unfold them, expose them. And that is how you make the unconscious conscious. So you can really integrate all of your parts and aspects of you and who you are into a whole version of you instead of an unstudied, unexplored version of you, which without shadow work, you probably are an unstudied version of you. Increased self-awareness, personal growth, better relationships, guaranteed. Reduced feelings of shame and guilt, guaranteed. Better self-esteem, better sense of self and self-identity, guaranteed. Psychological growth, for sure. Growth from suffering, understanding of trauma and past wounds, no more self-sabotage, and probably more. Who should do shadow work? Great question. Shadow work is not for everyone. The truth is that clients that have a really loaded, heavy, and unresolved history with trauma and that may not be ready to uncover it can actually find shadow work detrimental. With them, I would probably start with building on coping skills to make sure that they can regulate their emotions and have emotional strength to do this work. Another client that may not benefit from shadow work are clients that have low insight and lack of interest in becoming more insightful, people that have very busy lives and no time to explore their psyche. My view is that if you are someone who wants to be really honest with yourself, if you want to put time into getting to know yourself, if you have the emotional space, the psychological strength, and the curiosity to do this work, this is for you. I think there's no other approach in the world of mental health and psychology, I may be wrong, but that's what I believe in, that will better help you understand yourself and the in-depth parts of you. And well, to be more technical, there is evidence out there that shadow work and Jungian therapy is effective in treating anxiety disorders, personality disorders, depression, anger issues, social problems, substance abuse problems, self-identity problems, and even sexual related problems. Oh God, there's so much to cover that I don't even know where to start, and I feel like this video is already so long. Sorry for the interruption, but I just realized I must separate this content into two parts for better digestion of the information. This first time gives you all of the basics to understand shadow work, but now, if you want tips to identify your own shadow, take a break, drink some water, and click on this next video. Let me tell you some common traits, feelings, behaviors, aspects, symbols that people describe their shadow with.